my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 116 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is, can you hummus a few bars of Fajita Jolly Good Fellow? Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think that they would help. With that being said, I'm going to probably be yelling today because my ear is very plugged up. I don't know what's going on. But our list of things to do today are as follows. Of course, our daily affirmations. And then we're going to talk about manifest destiny. I'm making a little chicken and cake. Hopefully you can figure out which one is which. And just as a friendly reminder, everything I make for you, I make for the very first time. So, I'll go over the recipe in a minute. I'm making dinner for you guys. I haven't done that in so long, I feel like. Okay. So I haven't seen y'all in forever. So the 11th was the last time. And sorry, the lighting is bad, but yeah. It's a lot of stress setting this up by yourself. It really is. Okay. So I'm going to start with the daily affirmations. So I haven't done an episode since the 11th of January, so I'm going to start with the 12th. And it is, I celebrate learning. The 13th, I am strong enough to face my pain and find peace. For the 14th, I am not afraid of change. I am empowered by it. The 15th, every sweat, every pain is a step towards my victory. Yeah. The 16th, I cherish my body because it allows me to experience life. So true. The 17th, helping others brings joy and purpose to my life. The 18th, change challenges me to evolve and become my best self. Yeah, tongue's not working. The 19th, I am my true self, and that is powerful. The 20th, positive thoughts guide my daily routine. The 21st, I will find my passion and it will drive me toward my purpose. The 22nd, my potential to succeed is infinite. The 23rd, I am a magnet for positive energy and good vibes. The 24th, I will manifest my dreams and aspirations. The 25th, I embrace change as a path to growth. The 26th, I am a powerful creator of my own reality. The 27th, I am confident in the decisions I make. That didn't sound so confident. I have the courage to chase my dreams. The 29th, I believe in my infinite potential. The 30th, I am deserving of joy, success, and love. The 31st, I face every situation with courage and determination. The 1st, today I choose self-love over self-doubt. The 2nd, I deserve emotional well-being and happiness. The 3rd, my voice is valuable and my opinion matters. The 4th, I will not let self-pity impact on my ability to be happy. The 5th, I embrace all that makes me unique. The 6th, I am surrounded by love and positivity, and that would have been my father-in-law's 85th birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. The 7th, today I am building the version of myself I wish to become. And today, the 8th, I am a masterpiece constantly evolving and transforming. My tongue doesn't want to work. On top of all that, I will be talking about the books Magnus and I have been reading. And if you can't tell by the lighting, because it's so fabulous, I just got my hair redid. Thank you to Emily at Travolte Salon in Orland Hills, or Orland Park. I'm not sure which it is, to be honest. It's on 179th and just east of Wolf Road. They're wonderful people there. I love going there. Okay, so I'm going to go over our recipes. And again, my ear is driving me absolutely bonkers. Okay, so we are making slow-cooked chicken fajitas and this is hard to read because the marker wasn't working, spiced hummus cake. That's right. With vanilla yogurt frosting. Yeah, I know. And I forgot to put on the actual list of ingredients for the slow-cooked chicken fajitas. I forgot to put chicken. So it's 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. And you slice it up. Okay? And then 3 bell peppers sliced. And 1 large onion sliced. A 15-ounce, I forgot to get that out, diced tomato or salsa. And a 1/3 cup fajita seasoning. And then salt and pepper. Oh, did they get messed up? Yeah, I did. That's S&P for chicken to taste. And then you season the chicken with the salt and pepper, and then you dump everything in the slow cooker, and you cook it on low for 4 to 6, or on high for 2 to 3. And then for the cake, it's 1 cup of flour, like all-purpose, and then 3/4 of a cup whole wheat. Well, the flour that I use is a whole wheat replacement, so I just did the 1 3/4 of a cup of my flour. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 large egg whites lightly beaten, which I haven't done yet, 1/2 cup of hummus. Now, in her recipe, she uses just classic original hummus, no added flavor. But at Aldi's, and I know a couple other places carry them too, they had dessert hummus. And I've been buying them because they're like 69 cents. And I don't really know what to do with them. So I'm like, I'm going to Google what I can do with hummus as far as baked goods go. Because they are dessert ones. So my hummus is a vanilla bean hummus. That all led to that little story. And then 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 2/3 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, 1/2 cup of milk. And then for the frosting, it's 2 cups of Greek yogurt, a 1/2 ounce, which is a 1/2 package of the sugar-free pudding mix vanilla. And then 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I used powdered sugar. So you preheat to 350 and you line 2 9-inch round pans with wax paper. And then you spray it lightly. Well, I'm not doing that. And this is why I called it, can you hummus a few bars, is because I'm using a bar pan. I'm not good with layer cakes, but I thought if I did these, I could frost 2 and stack them on top of each other. And then I don't have to worry about I don't know. Plus, I thought it was a cute idea. Okay, so in medium bowl, you whisk together all the dry ingredients, and in another bowl, you whisk the egg whites, hummus, and vanilla. Extract. Stir in brown sugar and yogurt, the 2 tablespoons, and then smear out any clumps of, any of the mixture on the side of the bowl. Alternate adding the flour mix with the milk. And you're going to add it to the egg mixture. Now what she says is there should be 3 addings of flour and 2 addings of milk. So it should go flour, milk, flour. Flour, milk, flour, milk, flour. She wants you to start and end with flour. That would have been easier to say, I bet. Stirring just until incorporated, beginning and ending with flour. I just said that. I'm repeating myself. Okay. You spread the batter into the pans and bake 16 to 18 minutes or until toothpick comes out clean. Cool in pan for 10 minutes before flipping out of pan. Peel off the wax paper and cool on wire rack. Then the frosting is add yogurt, pudding mix, and sugar to medium bowl and beat 1 to 2 minutes. Chill for 2 hours before frosting cake. So the frosting actually has to be cooled for quite a bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat for one thing because I forgot. So how's everybody doing? Can you tell I'm a little flustered today? I'm gonna salt and pepper my chicken while I'm over here because this is where all of the ingredients are. Except for my can of diced tomatoes. And I think what I'm going to use is my, sorry about that, is my two cans of my Rotel, basically. So it's the tomatoes with the green chilies in them. So I think that'd be an added bonus, but I can't get to my, you know what, I'm gonna put you on hold for a second already. I know, I'm such a pain in the ass. Okay, just for a minute. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So obviously if you have little kids or somebody that doesn't like a lot of spice, obviously don't use these tomatoes, just use regular diced, or you could do the salsa on a medium salsa at that. Or just stick to the tomatoes, you know. And I do believe it doesn't say drain them, so I'm guessing because we're not using any other liquid that this is where we're getting the liquid from. There is a version of this recipe for the Instant Pot, and the only difference is there's an added liquid of chicken broth. I do not remember the amount, and maybe I will remember to look that up in one of these breaks. Okay, so I salt and pepper the chicken. Now I'm going to add all of the ingredients to the cooker. And I almost want to put the tomatoes on the bottom because that's where the liquid is, but I don't know. Does it really matter? Really matter? I don't know. Magnus is sitting here watching me cook. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to do that first. I don't know. I just feel compelled to. And obviously, if you do like a lot of spice, you know, you can always adjust that by your fajita mix or adding the salsa. Alright, so here's the chicken. And I don't quite have 2 pounds of chicken. Mine is like a pound and a half. But I used all the measurements for the 2 pounds. I make a homemade fajita mix. I couldn't begin to tell you where I got it from, but obviously it's got a lot of chili powder in it. But this was made a while ago, so I couldn't begin to tell you. You know what, let me put all the veggies in first, and then I'll put the, okay. And you know I use the red and yellow and green, sorry, red, yellow, and orange bell peppers because of the green ones just, they don't like me. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else has that same problem. So I end up buying those little mini peppers in a bag. I like those. All right, so I'm gonna just dump this on, and I'm gonna eyeball it because I don't know if I want all that. I don't even know if I really used all that much pepper or onion, to be honest. So I'm going to gauge it accordingly based on how I stir it up. If everything kind of has a good amount of seasoning on it. It's hard to stir in here. I almost would have liked to mix it in another bowl and then put it in here. That probably would have been better. Actually, it's not too bad. All right. I'm just going to give it another shimmy shake. Shimmy shake, shimmy shake. Gotta get your whole body to do it. Okay, and again, I've never made these before, so fingers crossed. I haven't had much luck with chicken breasts in a slow cooker. But I have plenty of time because it's only 10:15 here. So I have plenty of time to cook it on. See, now mine says high, but it says 6 hours. So I'm going to go with that for now. If I feel like it's getting done too fast, or I don't want to dry it out. You know, that's why I don't do chicken breasts in here. Don't want to dry it out. I'm not really saving myself much. I'm probably going to regret that later. I'm pretty sure. Okay, the other cake recipe is that it doesn't require a mixer. Not that I'm upset about that. I love my new mixer. But it is kind of nice not to have to haul it out every time. So the first thing I'm going to do, I got everything on a nice little tray here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my dry ingredients. So that would be my flour. And if you're using the other one, the whole wheat and the all-purpose, both flours, obviously. And then this is my baking powder and baking soda. I gotta be careful. I think this is the pudding mix. Yeah, I got the wrong here. This is for the frosting. I almost messed that up. No, okay. I'll get it yet, guys. I will get it yet. No, but there's no salt in this cake either, is there? Okay, so the cinnamon, 2 teaspoons, gets mixed in there. And then this is my baking powder and baking soda mixed together. Okay, and we gotta whisk that. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. All right. This ear thing is really bad. I must have allergies or something. That's what one lady told me. Alright, so we're getting that all mixed together. Now this cake, I imagine, is pretty delicate, seeing as how it uses egg whites. So it can't be too unhealthy, right? Okay, so we're going to set that off to the side like we're posta. Oh, and then we got to do a little whiskey whisk with our egg whites. Let me get my whisk cleaned off here real quick. So yeah, got my hair done. Oh, let me talk about the cinnamon roll. Really good. I just would and I'm hoping I'm not going to dislike this frosting because it's mostly yogurt. I don't know, just too yogurty. So that's why I'm a little nervous about this frosting. I had to mix that a little. Still could mix it a little more. Okay, so here's my egg whites. I'm going to put them in this bowl here. I'm really not supposed to use a dirty whisk. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, so let me get lightly beaten. So I'm just doing a little bit of this. You know, just to get a little frothiness going. Okay, just a little though. Okay, so egg whites. I hate when I lose my spot. Egg whites, hummus, and vanilla. Okay. There go the egg whites. Okay. I don't know if I need the whisk still. Does it say whisk? Yes, it does. Okay. Hummus. This is my vanilla bean hummus, my half a cup. It smells really good. I had some. I have never had any. I also got a dark, I think it's a dark chocolate. So if this cake works out good, I might be, using it more often. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I like it. That'd be really good on like a graham cracker or something. Okay. And egg whites, hummus, and vanilla. And this is our tablespoon of vanilla. We're supposed to whisk that, smearing out any clumps from the hummus, I'm guessing. I don't want to miss any of my hummus on here. That is really good. One of my youngest, one of her friends from high school loves these dessert hummuses. So when I found them on clearance, I grabbed her a couple. And then I grabbed myself a couple. And what I ended up doing with them is just freezing them. It seems to be working out okay. I mean, the consistency's still spot on. Okay. I don't really see too many clumps because I'm whisking, so I don't know. Alright, the next thing would be stir in the brown sugar and the yogurt. Okay, so let's take our whisk out now. good beat going. If I had a good beat going. Okay, so here's the sugar. Okay. There you go. Get this all stirred in. Seems like a lot of sugar, considering everything else is kind of on the lighter side, you know? Smells awesome. Okay. This is more where I get clumps from the brown sugar, so I'm going to do that now. Plus I'm not whisking anymore, so that might have something to do with it. Okie dokie. Oh, the yogurt. Here's our 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Everybody into the pool. Okay. Okay. So I stir that in. Okay, now we're to the point where we get to start adding the dry ingredients once I get this kind of mixed in. So, yeah, again, I come into clumps with the yogurt now. Come on. Gotta use your big arm muscles for this one. Okay, so shout out to my husband. His birthday's on, what's today? Thursday. On Saturday. The big 5-5. And Valentine's Day's coming up. Okay, I think I got that. Alright, now we're going to alternate the flour with the sugar. Not the sugar, with the milk. God, my brain is not working today, guys. I don't know what is going on. I say that every time I do an episode, though. I think it fries my brain. All this prep. Okay, so here we got to do 1/3 of this. Ish. Okay. Ooh, I like that smell. But you know me. Cinnamon. Alright, am I the only one that has this obsession with cinnamon? I mean, if I see cinnamon on a box of cake or brownies or bread, any quick breads, things of that nature, I am on it. That smell is just so comforting to me. I don't know if this is going to be as easy to get to come together. Okay. It really does smell amazing though. For just using 2 teaspoons, it has quite a cinnamony smell. And it didn't say to whisk it, it just said to stir. But don't overmix it. I'm pretty sure it says that on every cake mix ever made. Don't overmix. I'm sure that's why some of mine come out so dense. That and measuring. Oh, I forgot to measure my flour with my weight thing. Oh, gosh darn it. I do like that better. It does work. It does go faster. Okay. All right, so 1/2 of the milk. And I do believe she said something about a non-fat. I don't carry non-fat milk, so this is 2%. Sure made it liquidy. Alright guys, you get the gist of this. So I'm going to alternate it with 1/2 of what's left of the flour, the rest of the milk, and then the last of the flour. Because I have a feeling this liquid is going to take a minute to sink in. So I'm going to put you on pause. I'll be back really soon. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm done mixing. Taste testing. Ooh. Alright. I'm not mad at you. Okay. I Okay. Okay, fingers crossed this works because you know what luck I have with, changing this kind of stuff up. So, they look like refried beans, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna start out with 2 scoops. Keep in mind, I'm gonna be labeling them, layering them. Not sure if I want to I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna rise. If it does, it does have baking soda, baking powder, and egg whites. So there should be some lift. My issue would be, what would my issue be? My issue would be that I don't give myself enough batter. Let's see. And I can't, excuse my hands, guys. I just want to see what happens. How much it fills up with just 2 scoops. Because I don't want to short them, It is really spiced. It isn't a joke. I'm probably going to be sorry I did it that way, but I can always make more. Make more. I honestly don't know if I would use this much cinnamon. Alright, yeah, definitely 3. So now I gotta hope. I end up with an even amount so that I can stack them, or I just don't worry about stacking them. That's the other thing. I'm supposed to get 2 9-inch round cake pans full. I just don't know how full they get, so I could compare to what I'm doing. But I have to do some things my own way. I can't follow the recipe exactly. That'd be fun. How do we make it my own? Really look like refried beans. We will not be eating them with the fajitas. No worries there. No worries there. The other thing I'm obsessed with, besides my beautiful spatula, is all manner and sizes of ice cream cookie scoops, whatever you want to call them. I use them for just about everything now, even putting frosting on cupcakes. I have a smaller one than this that I used, and I just dolloped that on. So I knew the exact amount instead of just kind of eyeballing it, which I know shouldn't be an issue, but why not a frosting? With 1 cupcake left? Quite annoying. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. It must not have been very full, because I only have enough here for well, I'm almost out. Let's just put it that way. I don't even have enough to run another pan full, so what I'm going to do is just try and dollop a little on each one. I did try to make sure I didn't overmix it, but I always feel like if I undermix it that there's always clumps of flour hidden somewhere. You know how that goes, right? Now it's just a little dollop. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, I'm going to put you on pause again just because you don't need to see me do all this. And what I'm going to do is just spread them all out, so I'll just show you that part when I'm done. And I've kind of showed you how I'm going to spread them out, so, you know, put you on pause. Alright guys, I'm back. Here they are in all their glory. Look pretty good, don't they? Pretty thick batter. Definitely not going to go anywhere without me manipulating it somehow. Actually, I kind of wanted it to not look like I had scooped it, but it doesn't. It's really hard to spread when your spatula is longer than the little sections. Okay, now it said 16 to 18 minutes, but that's based off of it being a bigger piece. So I'm going to do it for 10 and see where we're at. Fingers crossed. I need to get my oven checked because I feel like it also is having issues, not keeping up to temp. Alright, so now the next thing we have to do, because this has got to chill for 2 freaking hours, is we got to make our frosting. I don't want salt and pepper anymore. Let's see, what time frame are we at here? 31 minutes! No! 31 minutes! Woohoo! Alright. I'm gonna need that later. Okay, so basically all we're doing is mixing all this together and hoping for the best. You know, I want my spatula back. So, like I said, I think that was the only downfall of the cinnamon rolls, was that it was a Greek yogurt based kind of frosting. I wasn't a happy camper about it, so I'm a little leery now. You know how that goes. So, this is all going to go in here. The other thing is it doesn't really have a liquid, so I'm a little concerned that it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Grainy? Now, here's my other worry, because she said mix, vanilla pudding mix. She doesn't say make the pudding and then use, you know what I mean? So I'm a little worried that I'm not reading that correctly somehow. So, fingers crossed. I've got to beat this for 1 to 2 minutes. Nice. That in there. I did the 2 tablespoons of sugar. Just, you know, because I can. Okay. And let me get this off of here. Alrighty then. And you never know, the pudding can make all the difference, you know? But the sourness of the Greek, you know, because it's plain Greek yogurt, I don't know, it doesn't really do much for me, you know, as far as flavor. I think it takes away from the flavor a little bit. And I'm a Greek yogurt lover, so what does that tell you? Alright, here goes the 2 minutes. Oh, I'll just follow it with that. And see, the other thing with Greek yogurt, it's kind of lumpy. So, I don't know. As soon as I'm done making this and I put this in the fridge, we're going to be talking about manifesting destiny. And how you all feel about that. And what does that mean to you? I know what it means to me is if you want a goal to happen, you have to do the steps. And it has to be a ritual every day. So when I talk about manifesting moving by packing stuff, I don't know if that helps you. But some people think destiny is like it was meant to be and that you shouldn't have to work at it, right? Well, I don't think I look at it that way. I mean, if you're not part of the equation to make it happen, are you really the one deserving? I don't know. You gotta make the effort. That one didn't look like it was in there all the way. Something has to change, okay? In order for the new habit of adding this destiny to your life to happen. You're not just going to walk smack dab into it, although some people have. But they've also, if that's happened to them, they've also worked really hard to keep whatever good fortune, hopefully. Let's see. That's been 2 minutes. Let's see. It's a good texture. And yeah, it still tastes like Greek yogurt. And very sour, actually. I'm not happy with the sweetness factor. And of course, you can do whatever you feel comfortable with. If you want to keep it on the kind of low-cal side. I, on the other hand, think this is my big bucket of powdered sugar. Happy with the Greek yogurt flavor. And I'm telling you, just because I wouldn't want to mislead you, it really tastes like plain Greek yogurt. I don't taste the pudding mix. I wonder if that is part of the issue. Plus the fact that it's sugar-free pudding mix. But I will get it worked out and I will let you know, like, what additions I made. But I'm going to put you on pause while these bake. And while I mix some more, because I'm sure that's not the most pleasant sound in the world. And I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm back, and here they are. And hot, Glory! Hot! Oh. Okay, so they pretty much stayed in the position that I put them in. I mean, they did rise. They're a pretty dry cake. Dense, if you will. Okay, so we're going to let those cool for 10 minutes. And then we got the frosting in there for 2 hours. I'll come back and test the cake maybe. I have 9 of them, so even if I was to layer them, I have an extra. So maybe I'll use that as a sample. Frosting, I don't know what to tell you. I added about 6 tablespoons of sugar, powdered sugar, and then, oh yeah, I burnt myself real good. Wow. And then I added vanilla, and then I added some more vanilla, and then I accidentally added a lot of vanilla because it just came pouring out. So, yeah. Not sure how I feel about the frosting. These would be good with just a cream cheese. Ooh. Maybe while I have you guys resting, while our stuff is resting, I'll add some cream cheese to it. Because I have a little bit left over. I made what turned out to be a pink velvet cake because I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough red dye. So, sorry, Zach. It's a pink velvet. And hopefully it arrives safely to you. Anyway, oh yeah, that's the other person I wanted to wish a happy birthday to, just in case I forgot. because Peyton's boyfriend's birthday is the 17th, and I know I'll probably do another episode because it's only the 8th, but I made him a birthday cake, so that's why I'm throwing it out there. Okay. Manifesting your destiny is not easy. It requires steps every single day. And even if it's the smallest of steps that you've accomplished, it's key. It's so important. And then you'll notice it's so important to your everyday life. Like, oh, I gotta do this. And it makes it sound like it's a chore, but you've already conditioned yourself to do it. So you just, like today's episode, it took me all of my oomph to get going. And once I got going, I was perfectly fine. But it's all the effort and all the making sure the camera's straight, and it's just a lot for a one-woman show, so to speak. So, but I can't think of not doing it. That makes sense? Once I get on here and I'm live and I'm talking, I'm perfectly happy if my mouth works right. Usually it doesn't, but so that's what I mean by manifesting your destiny. Like, what have you always wanted to do? You can't just say, oh, I've always wanted to do this, or I've always wanted to do that. You can't just say it and have it out in the universe and have it just happen. I wish that were the way it works, and if it has happened that way for you, grab on with both hands, because that's something pretty rare. All right, so Mags and I finished A Vintage Affair. Really good book, guys. I really, really loved it. I don't know if I read the back of this to you guys. Every dress has a history, and so does every woman. Phoebe Swift's friends are stunned when she abruptly leaves a plum job to open her own vintage clothing shop in London. But to Phoebe, it's the fulfillment of a dream and her passion. Digging for finds in attics and wardrobes, Phoebe knows that when you buy a piece of vintage clothing, you're not just buying fabric and thread. You're buying a piece of someone's past. But one particular article of clothing will soon unexpectedly change her life. Therese Bell, an elderly Frenchwoman, has an impressive clothing collection, but among the array of elegant suits and couture gowns, Phoebe finds a child's blue coat, an item with which Mrs. Bell is stubbornly reluctant to part. As the two women become friends, Phoebe will learn the poignant tale of that little blue coat, and she will discover an astonishing connection between herself and Therese Bell, one that will help her heal the pain of her own past and allow her to love again. So good! Isabel Wolf, you write a good book, lady. But I did do a post where I talked about how this was the second book I've read about a woman that opens a vintage clothing store after a traumatic life event. And they're both very good. Both very good. Okay. Now this one, I didn't know what it was going to be about. I never read the back. Because part of this is that I don't want to judge a book by its cover, and the back is part of the cover. So this is called The Broken Girls, and it's by Simone St. James. And a journalist uncovers the dark secrets of an abandoned boarding school in this chilling suspense novel from the New York Times bestseller author, The Sundown Motel. Vermont, 1950, there's a place for the girls whom no one wants, the troublemakers, the illegitimate, the ones too smart for their own good. It's called Idlewild Hall, and local legend says the boarding school is haunted. 4 roommates bond over their whispered fears, their friendship blossoming until one of them mysteriously disappears. Fast forward to Vermont 2014. 24 years ago, the body of Fiona Sheridan's elder sister was found in the overgrown fields near the ruins of Idlewild Hall. While her sister's boyfriend was tried and convicted of the murder, Fiona can't stop revisiting the events, unable to shake the feeling that something was never right about the case. When the renovation of Idlewild Hall leads to a shocking discovery linked to the loss of her sister, Fiona must confront secrets that were meant to stay hidden in the past and a voice that won't be silenced. So far, far, excuse me, I don't know why I keep losing my voice. The Associated Press says creepy gripping. I haven't gotten to creepy yet. It's a little haunting, if you will. Good writing so far. I'm not dissatisfied. I'm not getting irritated because it's not going anywhere. The woman is a journalist who is dating a police officer who's lived in Barron's, Vermont, where this takes place, his whole life. And so his dad was the chief of police when this woman's sister was murdered. And his grandfather was the chief of police in the 50s, I think is what I just read about him. And so there's some history there as far as like how they're going to handle it, because they're kind of doing the research. The boyfriend and the girlfriend are kind of doing the research together to figure out kind of where they're going to go from there. And one wants to research it this way and the other one wants to research it this way, very much like a police officer and very much like a journalist. But she has the personal angle of her sister having been murdered and the boyfriend being accused, but she doesn't think there's something not quite right there. So, and what I've read about this boarding school so far, it's very, it almost reminds me of like the where the nuns used to teach, that the Catholic schools back in the day where they would like wrap your knuckles with a ruler, or at least these are the rumors. I am not judging. I am not Catholic, so I don't know. I've been to Catholic services, but I don't know anything about Catholic schools in the 50s, nothing. So it was more of a juvenile hall than a boarding school. But these girls had never been like convicted of a crime or anything, so they were never treated as prisoners, if you will. But I guess I'm gonna let you go. Has it been 10 minutes? I don't know. Sorry, I got a vision of something. I'm hoping that I'm not gonna have the issue. No, I'm not gonna have the issue. I'm gonna come right out. If it wasn't so, I'm telling you guys, it's coming right out. If I could get a grip on it, there's no like. Just want to grab one so I can show you. Okay. Ooh, they're very moist. Oh, and because of the hummus, they have a nice like toasty. But yeah, look. I might even like do like where I cut off the top and like frost the bottom so it's flat. Or I might just do like a bar donut where they just dip it in the stuff and let it drip off the side. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try it. Here we go. The texture is not really a cake texture. It's more of a like a quick bread, like a banana bread or a Flavor's good. Little dense. I would say I'd probably want to add a little bit more liquid and then cut back on the cinnamon, believe it or not. But maybe the frosting will help with that too. Alright, so I've taste tested it. I will take pictures when it comes up. Let me give a good whiff of our fajitas. I wonder if I should get, I don't know, I never said anything about stirring. It smells pretty spicy with the green chilies in there. I hope I didn't mess up too bad. Alright guys, I think that's about it. I'm going to let y'all go so you can carry on with the rest of your day. Make this for dinner. Maybe attempt these. Maybe try something a little bit different. Maybe use the regular hummus. I don't think that had anything to do with it, but... And I guess... I can't think of anything else to say. Manifest your destiny, people. Okay? I guess I just have 1, 2, 3 things left to say. Have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best plus life. Thanks for watching.